Bone grafts, basics, types and classification. Periodontitis is the infectious disease of periodontium, resulting in progressive loss of supporting tissues of the tooth. It results in loss of both the soft tissue as well as the hard tissue, and the material used to replace or regenerate the lost hard tissue, that is the bone, is termed as bone grafts. Bone grafts are materials of natural or synthetic origin used for replacement or augmentation of the lost bone. Moving on to the classification of bone grafts, they are classified based on two categories, based on the properties and based on the source. Based on properties, they are classified into three types: osteogenic, osteoinductive and osteoconductive. You can remember the mnemonic GIC. Based on the source, they are classified into autografts, allografts, xenografts and alloplasts. Now let us look at each in little detail. Firstly, the osteogenic grafts. These grafts have the ability to form new bone. The graft, when placed inside the defect, they contain osteogenic cells, and these cells deposit new bone. Next are the osteoinductive grafts. These grafts have the ability to induce bone formation. The graft contains chemical molecules like growth factors that signal the adjacent bone forming cells, and these cells deposit new bone. Finally, the osteoconductive graft. They do not have any bone forming properties. They just act as scaffold. They provide space into which the bone forming cells migrate, and then they deposit new bone. Moving on to the classification based on source. Firstly, autografts. These are bone grafts obtained from the same individual. The graft is harvested from one part of the body and transplanted into another region. Next is the allograft. These are bone grafts obtained from the different individual of the same species. They are harvested from one human being and transplanted into another person. The xenografts or bone grafts obtained from different species, that is, they are obtained from animal sources and are transplanted into humans. Finally, alloplasts are man-made synthetic materials that are used for bone augmentation. To summarize, based on the properties, bone grafts are classified into osteogenic, osteoinductive and osteoconductive. Osteogenic materials form bone by itself. Osteoinductive material induces bone formation, and osteoconductive materials simply support bone formation. Based on the sources, the bone grafts are classified into autografts, allografts, xenografts and alloplasts. Autografts are obtained from the same person. Allografts are obtained from the different person of the same species. Xenografts are obtained from different species, that is animals, and alloplastic grafts are synthetically made. Finally, this table summarizes properties and source of various grafts, which will add value to your answer in theory. Thank you.